Alrighty, back again. I heard a ping, that usual ping of death sound here on Windows 10, and somehow OBS crashes. But it seems like my webcam or something else, or some kind of a power issue. I feel I have so many USB devices: my Cytec, my throttle, my trim, my radio panel, and I think that is messing me up. So I don't know what's happening there. Mumbo, thanks for the follow. Thank you. Okay, but we are back. And John, thank you for the follow as well. Okay, so where were we? I turn on the battery to check the fuel. We've got enough fuel, and I also turn on the avionics. Yeah, it happened when I turn on the avionics. So again, that might confirm the thing that I was saying, that my radio panel then jolts on, and I draw too much power with my computer here. Should look into that. So I've got a USB adapter and stuff, but let me see. So that's on, good. Flaps down. They go down, and they go down in sync. Perfect. Flaps up again. Mode C is already on VFR. We're going to set that really soon. On. Enunciative panel is working. And all the stuff is set that we need to set. Perfect. Avionics off. Let's close the door. Again, park and brakes are set. They are set. Fuel tanks are set to both. Let's prime the engine. Fuel pump on. Throttle bit in. 1, 2, 3. I can see a rise in the fuel flow there. That's good. Fuel pump off. And let's start the engine. No one is around. Nope. Clear prop. Mixture full in. Nice. 1200. There it is. Oil pressure is already in the green within 30 seconds, so that's good. Let's lean for ground or high RPM. Good. Back to 1000. Generator on. We can see the rise in the ammeter. Perfect. And avionics on, and there we are. Engine is still not warmed up yet. That's as expected. That's on, and everything looks stable, I think. Good. So that means that we can set our radios. No, Snipe, I don't think that the GPS issue has to do with the rep. It has to do with Reality XP, which is another piece of software that I purchased just a while ago to get better realism or fidelity with my GPS, especially the 430 here, the lower panel. And with that software, you also need to install some additional software that updates the navigation database. And I think that somehow overrides or replaces or disables the default database. And that's why I don't get the data here in the 530. Perhaps in the 430 it is working perfect or better now, but somehow the 530 is a little bit confused. So, and again, that's what the point I was trying to make. If there is anyone who knows how to alter the cockpit GPS layout, I'm just going to mention it. I've mentioned it in the previous streams as well. Give me a shout. I'm so much, and so many other sim pilots are looking forward to variations of this default Cessna 172 cockpit layout with just the 430. So get rid of this 530, just the 430 here on top, and perhaps also the classic radio stacks. Also, I know many sim pilots would like to have a non-GPS version, so completely slant alpha. That would be so great if someone could build that. So this is a bold shout out to anyone who's able to do that. Make us such a slant alpha or whatever cockpit variation. That's much appreciated. Evanek used the Airflow Labs. Yeah, well, I'm not a fan of the Airflow Labs, to be honest, but they do have the cockpit layout that that has my preference. Okay, so engine is warming up. Let's set some radios here. So the idea was to fly this particular radio or a radial. Julian 114.0. 114.0. That's Julian. Active in the nav1. And what is the radial that we like to fly? Well, it's going to be that Victor Airway 203. 203. That's set. Did I set that? No, I didn't set that right. 203. Okay. So that's the radio that we're going to catch. We're just going to fly VFR departure here over Bermuda and over thermal. And then we're going to catch that radial 8,500 to Julian. From Julian, we're going to catch this particular road and fly to Ramona. So this is actually the only radio that we need. Then we need some frequencies. Well, we are starting at Palm Springs. And we need to check in with clearance first. 128.35. 128.35, yes. Because I like to have flight following, and also always start with the lowest frequency on the airport. I believe it was the case that when you're going to fly close traffic, you can just start with ground. But the other time when I was flying a traffic pattern on an airport that did have clearance, I was referred to clearance to also announce my traffic pattern. So I don't know. No one cares. Just start at the lowest, I would say. You will get there. Okay, so that's the clearance. And then after clearance, we're going to go to ground, 1 to 1.9. And that's the only standby frequency that we have. Okay, I'd also like to set my ATIS here. COM2. ATIS is 118.25. 118.25. Let's have a listen.
Palm Springs INTL information X-ray.
X-ray.
Minus 100 Zulu weather. Wind calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 25. Dew point minus 13. Altimeter 2994. Arriving runways 13 right, 13 left. Departing runways 13 right, 13 left. Advise on initial contact.
You have X-ray. We have X-ray. Okay. That's good. That means that we don't need this ATIS frequency anymore, so we can prepare already for Ramona. At least around 30 nautical miles out or so, 20 to 30 nautical miles out, you'd like to pick up the ATIS frequency of your destination airport. When you're flying flight following, especially to Charlie airports, you can be more safe to get around 30 nautical miles or 40 nautical miles, because you're going to switch over to so-called approach controllers, and they would also already like to know whether you had that information. So just to be ahead of time and prepared.
Bakersfield ground, Aero 439
ATC. Well, not the control tower, but lovely. Okay, 132.025. I read.
Aero 43988.
Aero 43988 is at the flight school, looking for flight following to Mojave. Expected cruise is going to be 5,500.
Okay, we set our standby, or now our active, COM2 active to the ATIS of Ramona.
Frequency 118.8.
Let's turn off the COM1 for now. Also, it was quite loud actually.
Say again the departure frequency.
Love that you can tweak that actually here from within the cockpit.
43988, departure frequency 118.8, 1880, squawk 6032.
Engine is already in the warm. So that's good.
Bakersfield ground, Aero 43988.
Let's
that
also
is, departure on
use the clock. What did he say? Yeah.
032. 988.
Thanks for the follow.
988,
HH, thank you. So 30 minutes or so. And Gra, thank you for the follow as well. Happy Sunday, guys. Around 30 minutes or so, we could expect to catch that radial to Julian. And Riley, thank you guys. Thanks for the follows. Welcome on board. Okay. 128.35. That's set. Okay, we are on the southeast ramp. And we've got information X-ray 8,500 to Ramona. Yes, Snipe. Yeah, you need to dust off your co-pilot skills as well to remind me of the clock. Now I should do all the work. Excuse me. Okay, clearance. Thanks for the follow, Lazit. What I'm going to say, Palm Springs clearance. Just just first a cold call. This is what I mean, guys. It's not on the top of my mind. Just a cold call first, just to get his intention, because we're going to fly. We're going to request flight following, and there's a lot of information that I'm going to provide him. And if I just out of the blue just give him that information, he might be busy with someone else, and he has no time to listen to me. And I'm taking up a lot of time on the radio, and I need to rephrase again what I was saying, which is not efficient. So first a cold call to get his attention, and then to give my announcement. Palm Springs clearance. Good day, Sky Pop Hotel Tango Mike. VFR request. Oh. Oh, COM1 is on.
Pop Hotel Tango Mike, Palm Springs clearance. Good morning.
Good morning. Pop Hotel Tango Mike is a Cessna Skyhawk Slant Alpha. We're currently at the southeast ramp with X-ray, looking for flight following to Ramona at 8,500 if that's available.
PHTM departure frequency 126.7, squawk 4655.
Departure frequency 126.7 and squawk 4655. Pop Hotel Tango Mike.
PHTM reback.
The guy is so fast. 466. Okay, so 4655. Again, a tip. Not a great tip, but
Bakersfield ground.
It's a tip.
9088 ready to taxi.
Set your keyboard's numbers
0988, runway 30 right, taxi via Alpha
without
Bravo.
an alt or a control or a shift, just to your transponder
Runway
code.
30 right, taxi via Alpha Bravo, 9088.
So you can very quickly just press
0988.
input your squawk code.
Forget more than 12s this morning. Runway 1.
Also with ident.
Left.
Just get one button and you
Actually,
can do that so much more
yeah,
easily. Also, if you request flight following while you are flying and doing all kinds of other stuff. Okay, that was clearance. Ground 121.9, that's set.
Left via
Tower
Alpha,
119.7.
9088.
Alrighty. Again, engine is warm. Yeah, of course it's warm.
Venice ground, good afternoon. Papa Hotel Whiskey Charlie uniformers hit the east ramp with information. Tango on a rate taxi runway 16 left.
Clouds are coming in.
PHWC Van Nuys ground. Runway 16 left, taxi via Bravo Charlie.
Be Bravo and Charlie runway 16 left. Papa Hotel Whiskey Charlie uniform.
Palm Springs ground. Sky Pop Hotel Tango Mike southeast ramp with X-ray ready for taxi, ready for departure.
PHTIF. Palm Springs ground. Runway 31 right, taxi via Echo Bravo.
3 on right via Echo Bravo, Papa Tango Mike. It was a little bit of a weird call, because obviously I'm ready for departure, but ready for departure is actually something that you say to tower just when you're holding short of the runway. I should have said at the southeast ramp southeast departure or east departure. It is such a beautiful airport. Slip indicator, heading indicator, attitude indicator. Looks good to me. Didn't do my brake test. Just something you should do the second you release your parking brakes, so you can act accordingly. Love those clouds. Again, as VFR pilots, we need to remain clear of those. So again, departure here. Eastbound. 8,500. We got that departure frequency that we're going to set in the standby as soon as we switch over the tower, so we are prepared. Here's the non-movement threshold here. We could have already taxied to this point without chatting to anyone on in the control tower. This pointer knows a little bit that direction. Engine is warm enough. Mixture full in. 1800. No unshaded messages. Everything is stable. Oil pressure good. Left mag. Fouled. Okay. Right mag. Also fouled. Go to 2000. Let's lean until the engine gets rough. There it is. Keep it there for 20 seconds. So we melt off the fouling on the spark plugs. Already switched to tower, and our frequency was 126.7 for departure. "30 minutes departure," so then we can expect to catch that radial, which is set in the nav 1. It's 2, set to 2, so that's good. Good tanks, good. Alright, are the 20 seconds up? I guess so. Mixture full in. Back to 1800. Left mag. Good. Back to both. Right mag. Looks good. Back to both. Nice. Then go full idle. If the engine doesn't quit. Oil pressure still in the green. No unshaded messages. That's good as well. Nice. Alright, last time. Looks good. Awesome. Landing lights on. Strobe lights on. We are at tower. 3-1 right at Bravo. Ready for departure eastbound. Palm Springs Tower. Sky Papa Hotel Tango. Any Mike. Something short. 3-1 right at Bravo. Ready for departure eastbound.
VHTI and Palm Springs Tower, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff. Eastbound departure is approved. Wind calm.
Clear for takeoff 3-1 right and eastbound departure approved. Papa Hotel Tango Mike. Okay, there we go. Picture full in again. We're fully lit up. Double check. No one is on final because even controllers can make mistakes. We are ultimately responsible here. 3-1 right. Confirms. Also with our heading indicator. Ah, feels good to be under control. Full power. Airspeed is alive. Air engine is in the green. Good. 50 and 60 and rotates. Oh yeah, look at that, guys. Keep that nose a little bit down to get to VY first. Trimming already a bit. What a nice airport. There we go. Nice shadows there in the distance. Nice haziness.
Bakersfield Tower, Arrow 43988, holding short of runway 12 left.
Arrow 43988, Bakersfield Tower, runway 12 left, clear for takeoff. Wind 130 at 7.
1307, clear for takeoff on runway 12 left. It's Aero 988.
Awaiting that handoff to departure. Otherwise I can just contact tower again, saying just a basic, well, not really a position report, but an altitude report, and it is a nice reminder. Nice on the downwind leg here. Again, trim a bit. Palm Springs Tower, Skypop Hotel Tango Mike climbing through 2,200 for 8,500.
PHJM, your contact departure. Your radar contact.
Would you like us to switch over to departure, did you say?
PHJM, radar contact, contact departure.
Over to departure, Papa Hotel Tango Mike, thanks. Switch to 6.7. Socal departure, Skypop Hotel Tango Mike climbing through 2,500 to 8,500.
PHJF, SoCal departure, good morning.
All right. Oh, getting ready for the clock. My gosh. I should have actually enabled it, Snipe. I don't know if you're referring to that, but I should have already enabled it or activated it as soon as I did the takeoff rule, I believe. But I totally forgot about it. Thanks. Okay, we're totally VFR, so we can do whatever we like to do. If we're going to make any significant changes to our flight, it's good to let ATC know, just as a heads up. But they are not governing our flights, which is great about flight following. So you still have a little bit of ATC going on, but we are in charge. Thanks for the follow. Lol, 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 lol. Welcome aboard. So a significant deviation would be if we would first fly to French Valley or Benning, or go the other way around, or at a significantly different altitude. Landing lights off. There's the road. Let's keep a little bit here to the north side because we got the runways there of Palm Springs, and so you can expect traffic to come in at this side, IFR traffic, and I'd like to be just clear of that routing. And again, flight following would assign us a different heading if that would be really an issue, but it's good to be proactive. Amen, thanks for the follow. Eidke, are your frames better with X-Plane 11 version 0.05? Well, to be honest, I'm a little bit confused about what version is actually current. I'm currently flying version 0.02 R2 or something like that. And every time I do an update, or run the updater,
right crosswind departure approved.
Then it still refers me to a 0.02 kind of version. And I thought, okay, so apparently 05 is not available yet, but perhaps it's a cumulative kind of sequential kind of updater. So Helios, 05 is currently stable. My gosh. All right, then I should update. We'll do that right after the stream. Thank you, guys. Keeping that climb going. Already we're quite high enough. The air is already starting to get thinner, so we can start to lean our engine a bit, even though we're on full power. So we're much more conservative with our fuel, and we get a better burn, better performance. Still about 10 minutes to go until we can expect this needle to creep in. Julian. Look at these textures, guys. Gorgeous. Watch my speed there. To be 80 plus. I know that the next versions of X-Plane provide better FPS. Even all the way up to 0.11 and even further beyond, because they continue to optimize the engine, the graphical power engine of X-Plane, to make much more use of our modern day hardware. So if 11.05 is stable, that's the first thing that I'm going to do after the stream, to update. Because I'm still flying 0.02 and it's still good frames here. Especially here in the Palm Springs region. Get around 80 frames, something like that with my current build. Which is perfect. Thanks for the follow, Turbo. Thank you. Welcome on board. Tim, will you be touching the G1000 when it comes out in 11.10? Yes. But only for training purposes. I think it's also quite interesting and relevant to know how to fly a GPS, let alone the G1000. But I think I'm going to treat it mostly as a extracurricular kind of thing. Because I just like to fly on the steam gauges, to be honest. But I sure am gonna tinker with it a bit on stream. I think it's really nice, the stuff that they are doing. All right, 7,000 passed. Temperature 10 degrees outside. And perhaps even be a little bit more conservative with our fuel here. So leaning my mixture a bit. You can see the EGT is rising. Now it's dropping a bit, so this is a good setting. Man, this is relaxing. This is what a Sunday flight should be like. Ah! Actually, thanks for the follow, Dylan. Thank you. We're currently flying east, and we will remain to fly east for just a bit. So I guess it's better now to stick at 7,500 until we gonna make that turn to Julian. Nose down trim. There goes the speed. You can hear it as well. Let's set to 2,400 or 2,300. It's much more casual for the engine. There we are. How lovely. 7 minutes on the clock. I can see thermal just over the nose. There it is. So we are right on track. And there's that weather that we saw on the weather forecasts high up, so that's good. But we are going to turn towards that direction soon. Thanks for the follow, guys. Gagrion, thank you. Welcome on board. I'm also so grateful, guys, that we passed the 2,000 followers mark here on my Twitch channel. It's amazing. Surreal, to be honest. There's the Salton Sea in front of us, and again, we're following the highway. Everything looks good, everything is in the green. Not a lot of activity on the radio though. But that doesn't really surprise me that much because of the fact that PilotEdge is just gone live about 30 minutes ago, so it's not that busy on the network. A little bit more power. Dropping 200 feet there. "39 nautical miles to go. Let's get to Julian. Makes sense. And again, in front of us, I guess around the Salton Sea there are all kinds of MTRs. So military traffic that we should look out for. It's low traffic, I believe, low altitude traffic, but still. And also we're on flight following, so we should get a traffic alert in that case, but we're still VFR. Traffic separation is not guaranteed. Wow. So many golf courses here on in the Palm Springs area. Would love to visit Palm Springs one day. "11 minutes on the clock. It's going to be quite a precise timing here, I think. Around 12 or 13 minutes until we hit thermal. And this needle is already creeping in here on the nav1. So again, the clock is a valuable aid, navigation aid, that I should make use of much more often. Hey dogs, good to see you. And Synergy, hello, VFR, yes, VFR. Just as a intermezzo from my IFR training, which I'm really excited about, but still I was missing ATC and also feeling a little bit more insecure about ATC because I was not flying VFR for about a month or so, so that's why I thought let's just do some good old VFR flight today to Ramona. Well, that's what we do. That's what we do. B2, that's true. That is true. Yeah, but still somehow Palm Springs, I mean, Palm Springs to me is so special because that was the airport where I first made ATC contact on the PilotEdge network. And I was really imagining and preparing and anticipating that flight. I was so excited and so anxious. It was silly almost. I even laughed at it while I was... I mean, I knew that many other pilots, sim pilots, are also anxious to do their first radio contact call on ATC. So I knew about that, but in my case, it was so funny and strange and so special to feel the pressure, the mic fright as they call it. It was really wonderful. So I was really mindful at that time, and well, that anxiety or insecurity or that, well, thrill has been associated with the Palm Springs airport, and that's why I think Palm Springs to me is my favorite airport, and more special to me than my Oceano solo untowered airfield flying. Neil is in the center. Let's give full power here. Keep our descent going. Or climb going, I mean. Let's go to 203. Yeah, dogs, me too. I like the stream. I like the stream of yesterday as well. Terrain. We should be able to pass that terrain. Fly over that terrain. (08 degrees outside, but perfect flying weather. Aussie. And did you pass the Cat 4? Thanks for the follow, Schlechter. Thank you. Welcome on board. All right, 400 feet to go. Still did not hear anyone on the radio yet.
PHTM contact Los Angeles Center 128.6.
Over to Los Angeles Center 128.6. Rob Delta your mic. Well, they listen. 128.6. Switch. That's level here at 8,500. Los Angeles Center, Sky Papa Hotel Tango Mike is level 8,500.
PHTIM Los Angeles Center Imperial altimeter 301 correction 29er 89er.
29er, 89er, Papa Hotel Tango Mike. 29er.
HWU appointment to approach pad.
89er. Alright, it's important to reset the altimeter, not according to ATIS, but according to what the controller is saying, because in the sector that he's governing, or watching,
HWC squawk 2377 ident.
he likes all airplanes to be on the same page in terms of altitude.
Aero 988, contact Joshua, approach 124.55.
So, we're soon going to tune into the ATIS of Ramona, and we might hear an altimeter code there, but we're not going to reset it if we still are on flight following. Alright, still keeping my full power in, trimming down a bit.
Aero 439er 88. Josh approach Mojave altimeter 3010.
See if we can lean even a bit more. No, not really.
PHWC radar contact all south Fillmore VORC aircraft type and altitude.
Should have reset that a little bit sooner.